Welcome to Seasoned Unbothered. We're two women over 50 serving grown women wisdom with a side of humor because we've earned the right to say what we mean and mean what we say.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes. Hello.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
It's
Oh,
been
you
a
know
long
what? I just
time.
noticed you're wearing red too. So you're
Hey, I'm ready for
you're
it.
themed.
This is themed. Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. And I guess it's never too late to say Happy New Year.
Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah, this is our first video of the new year, our first podcast of the new year.
How you do that? 2026? I don't know.
2026. Can you believe that it's 2026?
Time is flying. It really is.
It feels weird. I see a lot of people on social media posting pictures from 2016 or 2006, kind of going back to all the sixes. And I was like, I need to try and see if I can find some pictures
All the
from back
sixes.
then and post it.
So, they started with 2006?
Well, a lot of it that I've seen has been 2016, 10 years back.
10 years back, okay.
And then some people started posting 20 years back.
Wow.
So if you've got a picture from back then, I would suggest
2006, were we taking pictures like that? Probably a
Not,
picture.
we have to
Probably
scan
a picture of a
it.
picture, right?
We'll have
Or
to
something.
scan it.
2006. Okay, I think I remember that
Yeah.
year. I have to go back and reflect on that.
Yeah,
never
I
even
don't
thought about that.
remember years that way, which is kind of...
Really?
I have a really bad memory when it comes to years things happened. And I don't know if it's because of I don't know if I just blocked them out, but people always ask me, when did you move to this area? I don't know. I'd be like, I lived here for 20 years. I don't really know.
You do?
I could not tell you.
Well, I know I
the
came
year
back to
moved
this
here.
area in 1996.
Okay.
I know that. No, I'm sorry, 99.
Okay.
Because 96, I went to Japan, came back in 99. And so I've been back here since 99.
Yeah. No, I'm terrible with the years things happen. My mother gets on me all the time. She'd be like, do you remember when this happened, when this or that? I'd be like, no. No.
Wow.
Like, I couldn't tell you the year it happened. I don't know. For some reason, I'm not good with keeping dates in that way.
I'm not good for health. Like, I know I had my appendix out when I was young. And then I know the year I had my daughter, how they go back and say, any surgeries, and they want to know the date and stuff. I'm
Oh,
like,
no.
So I literally
They asked me
now,
when I had my colonoscopy. I can't remember when that was. I
Yes.
know it was,
I don't remember either.
I
It's
think,
kind of hard.
maybe 2 years ago when I turned 50. So,
It's kind of
yeah.
hard. It's kind of hard. So what's been going
Yeah,
on?
oh my God, what has been going on since the year has started? Not much. We have started to do a little remodel of our townhouse.
Ooh, that's a big project.
So excited about that. It feels, we've done the floors and we've done the paint, and then we're going to remodel 3 bathrooms, and already the house feels different in a good way.
Oh, good.
So, yeah.
It feel like a new house,
It
right?
does
Because a
feel like a new
remodel
house.
does give you a new house.
Paint makes it feel like it's a new house.
A new film.
Yeah, so
That's what I need to do. I have not gotten around to
paint.
painting. And I know when we do it, it's going to feel like it's a new house. So I said when I do it, I think I'm going to make some drastic changes along the way so that it can really feel like it. Things that we need to get rid of that we just haven't gotten rid of yet.
That's what we did too. Like, we have a big Salvation Army pickup on Monday of just like, where did all this stuff come from? But if you're looking for a painter, the guy that painted our house, for some reason, he's going to be at our house on Monday because my husband started talking to him about something, and now I think he's going to be remodeling one of our bathrooms. And I'm like, how did you find out that the guy remodels? He's like, well, because I was talking to him while he was painting. I was like, okay. So, I mean, he did a great job painting. So I will pass this information along. How about you?
Actually, it's just been work. And I have a new addition to my family.
yes.
Oh my goodness. Bentley. My husband has wanted a dog or something. And I finally broke down and said, okay, his birthday is January the 8th. And I said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this. So that's what we did.
Yeah, we'll put a picture up of him.
Yes.
He's so cute.
He is such a cutie pie. I was so pro, like, I was so against having a pet in general. And my husband's like, oh my goodness, is this your dog or my dog? I've fallen in love. It's just cute. I still got my things because I'm just not totally comfortable. I didn't grow up with pets.
Yeah.
And so it's just little things, but it's definitely a soft spot. And it's kind of funny to see, like, he has changed our lives, our schedule.
Oh, yeah. That's why I
Everything.
won't do it.
It's truly changed our lives.
Yeah.
Even our time together is like different. It's like, what in the world? So we got to find a rhythm. He actually is probably spoiled. Like, we
Probably. He is. But he's so.
But
he
he's
deserves
good.
to be
He's a good
spoiled.
dog.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's anything wrong with spoiling your pets. What they gonna do?
What I mean about spoiling?
You're not gonna grow up spoiled and like turn.
But I mean, like he has a playpen area down here. He has a playpen up there. He has a potty up. And like I said, he's not gonna learn how to potty because we got a potty in 3 different places. So everywhere he goes, he can potty.
Yeah, I think I mean, I was telling you before, one of the things I regret when I did have a dog was that I never taught him how to pee on a pad. So snowy days, rain days, storm, hurricane, I always had to go outside with him because even when I brought the pad, he would rip it to shreds. You're like, oh no, he would just rip it to shreds. So I think the pad thing is good, but I don't know why I never taught Jack how to go. I think because growing up with pets, they were always outdoor dogs. So the thought of a pad never was even a thought to me.
We didn't even buy a pad. My girlfriend, when we first got the dog, she said, come by, I got some stuff for you. And she gave us this pad. We were like, what's that for? She's like,
new parents.
yes. But he has not been outside yet.
Oh, today's a good day to take him out.
Well, I don't know if he would know what to do because we put a collar on him.
Oh, he's so little.
And he just had a fit.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I would do a harness.
Well, we probably have to do that. And then he went into like a daze. Like, and Thomas said, you're traumatizing him. Like he just laid around, so he took it off. Yesterday, I put it back on him again. He came in, he said, oh my goodness, you got that? And and it's funny, he does get like.
He'll learn to adjust to it, but you may want to do, because he's so tiny, he's 2 pounds, you said?
2.5 pounds.
You probably could do a harness instead, so there wouldn't be so much weight around.
Is that what it is? It probably does. It's probably
yeah, but he'll get used to it. He'll be fine. I'm sure he'll be fine.
I told him, I said, Google, does this happen to a dog? Does he get?
They do. They get weird. They'll just stop. Or like have you started putting clothes on him yet?
I did. The very first time I picked him up, I put a sweater on him. And
How did he respond to that?
He was fine, but by the time I got back, because I picked him up from North Carolina, by the time I got back, he was out of it.
He got himself out of it?
He did. I don't know, because he was moving around in there, and I was like, oh. And then I tried to put something on him, and I was like, oh, it's still too big. And then that was it. But I wanted to start teaching him early. And then the booty thing, I was trying to booty, and then it was like, oh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just, yeah. But good luck, Mom.
I know. I'm a doggy mom.
So let's dive in. What you got? You want to start us off?
Yes, I want to talk about.
Let's talk about. So just so you know, and we'll put. We're gonna do hot topics today.
Yes.
So we're just gonna get caught up.
Get caught up on all the things that's going on.
Okay.
Around the world, in our lives, or whatever.
Yeah.
So, the Super Bowl was last weekend.
Yes.
Of course. Not a great game. I thought it was a very interesting.
What do you think of halftime?
Halftime. I mean, it was okay. I was trying to understand everything that I was seeing.
It was a lot to see. I thought visually it was amazing.
Yes, I didn't know what I was looking at though. But then later, as I saw people giving their interpretation, then I understood a little bit more about the power, because the power goes out all the time in Puerto Rico. And then all the dancing. And then I didn't know, when you don't know everyone, I didn't know that was Ricky Martin.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm a local, whatever, right?
What did you think of Lady Gaga?
I was shocked.
I didn't know who that was at first.
Well, Thomas, we immediately knew it was her.
You did? Immediately?
Yeah, because I know her face.
You thought her face looked... I don't want to be mean, but I thought her face looked very different.
Well, I thought that's how she looked for real, and then instead of being all made up like she normally is.
Maybe that was it.
Because the opposite is when she's all made up and
Maybe
whatever.
that was it. At first I was like, who is that? And then I noticed because of the tattoos.
Oh, see that
was, and I was like, oh my God, that's Lady Gaga. But
yeah, as soon as she came out, we were like, oh. And I was like, she sings with him? And then...
You know what he said before she started in Spanish?
No.
Is this what you want? Is this what you want? He says that in Spanish. And then she comes on.
And what does he mean by that?
White lady, white person singing in English during the
Oh, no, I didn't. I never caught that part at all.
He says, is this what you wanted?
Oh, wow.
And then that's when she goes into her thing.
Oh, wow. But then at the end, she was getting down on her
Okay.
salsa. I said, go ahead, Lady Gaga.
I like Lady Gaga.
I do too. I like her too. And I think, well, maybe he made a strong statement too, because I think she's one that charted her own path and was not caught up into what mainstream and what people wanted her to be. She was who she wanted to be. So I thought it was interesting, but I think music is universal.
Yes.
And I think even though I didn't all quite understand the words, I understood the rhythm, the beat, and all that kind of stuff. And so I thought it was kind of enjoyable. And I think we need to open our palettes. Think about when you go to a ballet or whatever, or opera. Don't they sing and do things in other languages?
I always tell people too. Do you know how much rap music I've listened to that I don't know, and that's English.
And I don't know what they say.
I don't know what they saying. Even regular song, like there's so much about music that I don't know the words.
Absolutely.
I do not know what they're saying. So to me, it's all about how it makes you feel. And I felt like that show was positive. I knew a couple of the songs just because I'm on TikTok or whatever, and they're like trending songs or whatever. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought that was one of my top Super Bowl.
Well, it's not that far for me.
I think so. I think it would be like number 5 on my list.
I don't even remember 5. I don't think I remember.
Yeah.
I know I love
Prince.
I love
Michael.
Usher. I don't remember Michael. I don't think I was watching football back then.
I remember. You know, it's so funny that I do remember the year that Michael Jackson did the Super Bowl out of all the years.
Yeah, and then I did like, I can't remember, J-Lo. Was it J-Lo?
And Shakira?
Or somebody,
like that
they
one?
came out with something, whatever. So, I look forward to
Madonna.
I don't remember hers at all.
Kendrick.
Kendrick Lamar I did not understand because I don't know much about him. I don't know his music. Symbolism, it was the same thing. I think it was eye-opening I thought it was unique. I thought it was very artistic. And then as I learned what he was doing and what the statements he was making, I was more enthralled with it. But looking at it, I was confused because I didn't understand and I don't know his music. So I was like, what in the world?
Yeah.
So, but
I thought it was
I
excellent.
think
I had a good
the
time.
halftime show should continue to be interesting and dynamic. And, I don't know. I don't know why the other part of the world decided they're going to make their own halftime show. I thought that was just a bit strange.
Yeah.
But-
I feel like it gives,
Division.
I think it gives, we don't drink out of the same.
That's okay.
But that's not how,
And then I don't understand what people
It gives
thought.
separate but equal, and I don't like that.
But what I don't understand is Puerto Rico is a part of the United
know.
States.
It's
So
just-
how can you separate them and say that they're like they don't belong?
I think I don't even want to try and even understand it. I am exhausted by it.
It is.
Where everything is political. At this point, it's exhausting. I don't even want to hear about it anymore. And it was a good time. It was good music. It was not divisive at all. I think it was very unifying.
And I think he lifted up his culture.
Sure, yes.
And the Latino culture in general.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what
He
all the
brought
other
all
flags.
North America.
Yes. And so I'm like,
And he couldn't win for that. They was mad that it was about North America and not just America. It's just very bizarre. It's so bizarre.
it is.
Yeah.
You can't please everyone. So
Yeah, you cannot and you can't try.
And so, but anyway, but back to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
And then, of course, the couple of, I don't know if they were a couple of the year, whatever, but Cardi B and Stephon Diggs, the fact that they broke up right before the Super Bowl, before the game.
Like you don't know about this, some of the music. I have to get caught up on this. So is this her current baby daddy? Did she just have a baby by him?
Yes, she just had a baby by him, 2 months old.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, so this is a dilemma that a lot of people are talking about it.
Yeah.
And I see both sides, but I caution to say that I'm on Cardi B's side because I don't think there is a side. I don't have a say in it, right? But I understand she felt totally disrespected. She felt disrespected that the way he greeted his baby's mother. Now
At the Super Bowl or just
at the Super Bowl.
Okay.
before the game.
Okay.
Like he was on the field, she was on the front row. I don't know if she knew about it. Like he wanted his children there. He has a baby, a small child by her. And he said his mother invited her. But for an event for me, my mother don't have the last say. But
invite folks. Like my
I'm sure he supplied the tickets. I'm sure he supplied the tickets.
Yeah.
But
so Cardi didn't know that the ex-girlfriend.
I don't know if she knew. What really ticked her off, and this is just my interpretation, was the fact of how he greeted her. And I saw a video that she was on the front row, and he went over there, and she, like you would greet your mother or her, and I think hugged her, whatever. Like she leaning down over the thing or whatever. But I don't know how true this is. Also, because I don't follow Cardi, is that the girl, his baby mama is the reason that Cardi and Offset broke up.
Yeah. Oh.
So that's a little tricky there. And I think even though her and Stefan are no longer together, they consider themselves friends. However, I can see why he wanted his children there. Yeah. Because most people, when you have a big moment like that, if they had won, he would have wanted his kids on the field with him, and everybody had
that makes sense.
But I think having the baby mamas come to the game, and maybe not even if the child is young, so you have to expect that maybe the mother would come, right? I don't know, but if me and the mother has a beef, then you should know that the mother shouldn't be there if I'm there too with you.
Yeah, I don't know. So the beef is that this woman also may have had a relationship with one of Cardi B's previous relationship. Well, so that's kind of Cardi
had an affair. That's her personal.
Okay, that's a little complex. I just.
But would you have a problem with the baby mother?
I think I would have had a problem with it, but I don't know. I feel like there has to be more to the story to actually break up.
Well, I think she felt the disrespect.
So there may have been other examples of disrespect.
She's making the point of how he greeted her on national. Like he knows cameras are rolling. He knows everybody's trolling.
I know, but
when you do know that, you do have to curtail your behavior.
I didn't see it. I'm assuming it wasn't a kiss. And if it could have been like, I don't know, like it's your baby's mama.
Well, hold on.
Who's your friend, and you see them, and you're like, hey, and you go in for a hug.
But if I am supposed to be focused on football, I'm here, and I'm down on the field.
In that situation. Sometimes we put men in these situations. Well, they put themselves.
I was saying he put himself because he said, you know, my children and da 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 da. He went on this whole, and then they fighting on social media, which I think is wrong. They going back and forth or whatever.
How old is Cardi B?
They both 37 or 33, somewhere around there.
Sometimes it's like.
But, a lot of people, it's like, oh, that was disrespect. She's like, I'm not going to be disrespected. I'm not going to sit in a room and allow you to disrespect me, da, da, da. And he was like, well, you want to play stepmom, but then you don't want the reality. Like, I get all that. And I have been a stepmother before, so I get all that. But there are certain things that you just do not do. And again, if you go out of your way to go all the way over there and she gets up, your mom don't get up, nobody else gets up, she gets up and reaches down over and y'all greet each other that way, maybe that's not the thing to do.
Yeah.
Because you could have waved at her. You didn't have to go over there to her.
That's true. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not, I think that it kind of lends to maybe the relationship wasn't even on good footing to begin with.
I don't know, but I'm like, you just had a baby by the You hadn't been together that long. It's a whole lot. And this is where people need to finish your business, finish your old business before you start your new business, and understand what you're getting yourself into. Like, maybe they never even had a conversation about it. Maybe he knew that you had a beef, but didn't know you would be that bothered. Like, maybe because y'all don't really know each other.
Yeah.
Because he think you know what you got yourself into. So it was like, has she ever been around before? Have you ever cared? I don't know. Some people don't think about the whole big picture. But again, I don't know. And it may be also because they have personal beef with each other that it felt more like if you know me and your ex do not get along, you probably have tried to avoid us even being in the same room, even though the football field is but that's your box, your area, where you have your family.
And he can obviously afford to keep two women separate from each other.
Correct.
Yeah, which is interesting. So I got to look into that so I can understand. I think I know the woman that I
think her name is Bree. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I know a little bit about the Offset situation.
Yes.
But that brings me kind of thinking about baby mama stuff. Did you see the interview with one of Nick Cannon's baby mamas and how she says that every baby mama is like its own separate entity? Like the kids don't interact with each other. Like the baby mamas don't talk to each other. They just all have their own kind of pod. I don't know the best way to describe it. Like relationship with Nick. And
That's make-believe.
And it brought to a point where, as we know, he has 2 kids with Mariah. And
his oldest kids.
Yeah, I think what's they're called, Morocco and Monroe or something like that.
Something like that.
And
a girl and a boy, right?
Yeah, so the girl made a comment that she only has one sibling. And it made me think about the fact that she doesn't even know, because he doesn't, like there's never not that it would like a big dinner where all the kids or whatever are together, or he's
unlike Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy bring all his kids together.
So what is your thoughts on that and the whole Nick Cannon and it?
Well, I think people who are with Nick for whatever reason, and I think all right.
Go ahead.
So
sorry.
It's a little bit like Cardi though. Like, I mean, Stephon, they say got like 4 kids in 1 year. That's irresponsible, first of all.
I don't know.
To some degree. I feel like kids are, first of all, they're meant to be brought up as much as possible in a loving home, in a loving environment. And when possible, I think it's God's will for everybody there would be 2 parents. It doesn't always end up that way, right? But I think when you just intentionally just out there and just making babies because you can, and Nick feels like he can make babies because he can, right? And he's gonna make as many babies as he wants. He doesn't understand the totality of raising a human, a well-rounded whatever. When you got a lot of money, you probably could do a lot more than you could if you were whatever, right?
You just throw money at it. You don't have to have a good, I don't know, like true foundation around a family, like what a real family is, and you can't have.
Isn't the definition of family starting to change?
And what do you mean?
Meaning like how people see and view family. Yeah. And it's just not the same.
It's not the same. I think people also too rely more on extended family, or what I mean by extended family.
Well, they create their own family.
Create their own family. That's what I kind of mean. It's like
you
create your own family. I think one of that has to do is because so many people don't even live around their family.
Right.
You know, so you start to create the family that is around you. And but yeah, I thought that was really, the Nick Cannon. It's interesting. Yeah,
and then
I don't get it. It's very cultish. It's very weird.
But the women who are willing to, like, I'm a selfish, in this way, I'm a very selfish person.
Yeah.
So I don't think I could be a part of that because I would not want that. I would not want, now I'm okay with a baby mama, right? Maybe 1, 2 at the most, right? When you get to like 3 and I got to deal 4 and 5 and 6, and I got to deal with all of them, and depending on how you deal with them and the relationship you have with them, and do you have a relationship with them, it's just too much.
Yeah, I agree.
And money can't buy love. Money can make sure that they are provided for, but do you really love them? Are you there? How are you there for all the little things about them? Yeah. You can't be.
I think he says like on Christmas he goes to each of their houses. It's just like,
I got you for 2 hours.
And I got to go to the next one, and I got to go to the next one. That is just really, really weird.
And I think one of the girls like have 2 babies by right.
Yeah, I think I don't know.
Yeah, but I think it's an infatuation, and I think Mariah was like, "I'm not having this."
She's the only wife.
He's probably not gonna marry again. Now I will say that I think he tried to be, whatever, and then I think they broke up. I'm not really sure because they didn't air their dirty laundry, which is good. to some degree, but then that show he got wild on out or whatever, he wowed out.
I liked them. From a famous, like outside looking in famous couples, I liked them as a couple. Mariah.
I thought it was weird. I thought he was too young for her.
No, I never looked at the age thing. I just felt
Well,
like
I thought about his immaturity.
I like Mariah. Like I know her. Me and Mariah, we go back. I like her happy in a relationship.
Mariah, and then it's all
Yes.
Yeah.
I like her happy, and I felt like Nick made her happy.
They were very
at one
happy.
point anyway. So yeah.
Well, yeah. So I don't know. It's just a lot. It's a lot to unpackage.
Yeah.
And I think there are a lot of people that feel that way. I mean, it's a lot of men that have a lot of children all over, whatever. But I'm like, I just wish, and I'm not saying that we went to school with Stefan's mother, Stephanie, and I think Stefan is a very nice looking guy.
Is he from this area?
Yes.
I don't know anything about him.
His mother grew up from Alexandria, but
Oh.
she raised him in Maryland.
Okay. See,
Yeah.
I don't know anything about.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
So I don't know. But with that in mind, it brings me to the next topic. It was similar where, oh my goodness, it was on my mind and I forgot. But we can just keep talking. It'll come back, I think.
So, want me to switch gears?
Yes, go ahead.
So, kind of switching gears a little bit, I had sent you a video about this trending topic because I think I say this all the time. I'm always on TikTok. I'm actually on it a lot less because I'm trying to do more like a digital detox, but we could talk about that at different time. A story came up of a woman who had said that she does not see for herself the value in going on girls' trips. That she cannot see herself, 4 or 5 days spending time with her husband. No one takes care of her like her husband does. She just wants to share her bed or whatever with her husband. Maybe she could do a girls' night out or a quick weekend. She doesn't even really want to even do a quick weekend. But she definitely would not do a 4 or 5 day girls trip. She doesn't see the value in that. So I sent it to you because I just want to get your thoughts on girls trips and are they even something a married woman should even be doing?
Absolutely. The one thing that I think is very important in marriage is that you still know who you are and you don't lose yourself. A lot of people who lose themselves and they lose their identity, whether they put it on the kids or whether they put it in the man, it becomes, I think, off balance, right? I think a balance is you still who you are. You still have a life. I'm not saying they're not priority in your life. Of course, your husband and your children are priority, but taking care of you and being around. Now, again, it may just be her preference. I don't have no friends I want to hang with, right?
That was one of the things I was like, sometimes you got to want to hang out with these people. And maybe she just doesn't like to hang out with those people for an extended amount of time, especially 4 or 5 days.
But I don't think it's healthy unless it's really your choice. Like if you really choose that I don't have no good friends, you could have moved to a new area and don't have any friends you want. But one of the things I love, whether it's my friends that lives in Alabama, my friend that lives in Florida, I love connecting with them. I love having an opportunity to meet up with them. When they come to this area, if they stay in a hotel or whatever, we try to make sure that we hook up. If I'm going anywhere near them, sometimes we drive another hour or so to see each other because we're close to each other. So, but a girls trip?
I love a girls trip.
A girls trip.
I love
It's time to let your hair down, have fun.
Yep.
And you know me. I mean, I just bring a picture of you with me.
Well, she will bring a picture.
But I mean, I think absence also, I think a little distance.
Like, spin it, like.
When my husband go away for a business trip and he come back, I'm excited.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I just think that it's odd. And I also was thinking when she was talking, I was like, I wonder if her husband feels the same way.
He might be like, girl, go.
Or would he not go on a guy's trip?
I think a lot of guys, once they get married, do not normally do a lot of guys trips unless someone's getting married, someone's birthday. Girls, we'll just plan a trip. We like, what? I don't care what, because some people like, what's the reason? We're just going to plan a trip. We're going to Italy.
It'd be like, what's the reason? Oh, you know what? It's so funny that you said that because my husband is going on a birthday guys trip in May.
That's the only time guys do it.
We were talking, I was telling him that that we were considering going to Spain in September. And he asked me, whose birthday is it? And I said, nobody's. We just want to go to Spain. So it's so funny you brought that up.
Yes.
Like, he does not do a guys trip unless it's a bachelor party, a birthday party.
Or somebody had an anniversary, a couple.
Or if it's a couple, like for just the guys.
Yeah, just the guys.
Since
They're not
we've been
doing
together,
it.
The only guy trips he's ever been on is not many. It's been a birthday and a bachelor party.
Yeah, they don't just plan to say, I mean, back when they were young, they would go to spring break and do things like that.
Yeah, they would go to like bike week.
Bike week and stuff like that. And that was just a hangout. But with most
Now
guys, no, they don't do that. They don't do that. We will plan a trip.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you look at it, Thomas is like when you have a segment, like when you have different groups of friends, you can look up and you be like, dang, you got a lot because you're with these friends and now you're with these friends and now you're with these friends and you can't go on all the trips. Which one are you going to go on? Which one are you going to juggle? And then, of course, when people get married and all that kind of stuff. But no, I think, and but again, to each his own.
Yes.
And it may work for her and her husband, but I think girls' trips are good. They're good for the soul.
Yeah.
It's good to
It's fellowship.
It is. It's just like going to church and being able
fellowship.
to and learn. You can
With
learn and
shots.
talk and chat about things.
Fellowship with
And it
shots.
doesn't mean that you're not going to miss your husband or whatever. I mean, it's
You're
just,
still a phone. You still
that's part of the romance.
FaceTime if you miss them that much. You get on FaceTime and see what they're doing.
Well, when I'm gone, I try to talk to my husband every day.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
don't always get to. It depends on the time difference and what we're doing, but we try to chat.
Yeah, I think you
and
should.
a little bit. And
make sure you're safe.
it was really
and
funny
everything's
because
okay.
every time when I was in Mexico for my girlfriend's anniversary, the 30th anniversary, and almost every time I talked to him, it was like, "Oh, what are you doing? I'm just in my room doing nothing." I was doing nothing. But then when I got back, somebody asked me how was the trip. I said, "Oh, it was great."
Did so much.
Wait a minute! Every time I talk to you, because I was solo.
Yeah.
So I had a lot more downtime.
Yeah.
And I try not to be a burden to them. Anybody think that they had to take care of me or be with me?
I don't think anyone probably would have thought that way.
But I'm saying, but I did have downtime. And then one time, like they went to go do stuff, I didn't do anything because I just wanted to rest. And I just I don't like it when I go on vacation and every minute of the vacation is planned.
Ripping and running.
Ripping and running.
can't do that.
I want some time free that I can decide what I want to do. And not even pre-planned before I get there because I don't know. I may get there and see I want to go do this. And I go, oh, you'll venture off in a heartbeat and do your own thing. But I love that. I think you should.
Yeah, I need, and definitely because I'm an introvert and especially because our trips, because we go to Europe and stuff, are pretty long.
They're like 5-6 days.
So I do need some plug-in time. I call it like where I just plug myself in. And sometimes it is just being in the room by myself or whatever, or going on an excursion or something by myself. But you always come back to the group and the girls and have a good time.
And it's really weird. We normally build in free time, and then we all still together.
That's good.
Like,
Yeah.
I know, because
but free time just means that there's not an excursion.
I know, but it's kind of weird because my
something.
sister's like, I'm still planning other stuff. Like we all let's still do dinner. Where we going? Because I think we like each other's company.
Exactly. I can
We really do. We like each other's company. So now, unlike, I love my housewife shows because my husband does not understand. He said, why do they keep going on trips together if they hate each other? And if so-and-so don't like each other, why they keep doing it? I say, because it's a show and they get paid to do it.
Yeah.
And it's just like I go to work, whether I like this person or not, I still go to work. So that's like a job for them, right? And those trips are planned because it allows them to keep the drama going, right? Because at dinner
You
somebody's
put somebody
going,
in a house together and you supply them with alcohol.
and they two or three of them don't like each other. you're gonna have some drama, right? I said, and if it wasn't drama, guess what? People wouldn't be tuned in. All the shows where you don't have that kind of drama get dropped all the time, right? I told him it's my guilty pleasure. I love my housewife shows. I mean, the only two I watch, well, I like Married to Medicine. I like Real Housewives of Potomac. I love Real Housewives of Atlanta. The other ones I catch on the flu. You know, if I'm looking at TV and Utah's on, or New York or New Jersey or whatever, I might watch those. But I love those shows. But anyway, so yeah, so I think girl trips, all that is necessary. I think it's good. It's a way for you to refresh and rejuvenate. And you kind of think like, but I'm going on a trip with girls. How can I Because it also allows you to miss your spouse or significant other a little bit more. And you'd be surprised the things that we talk about, that you might learn something, or you might be able to contribute to the conversation. So, I don't know. But again, I'm not going to knock the girl if that's what...
And that's, you know what?
That's her.
I don't yuck anybody's yum. I say that all the time. But I also think just by the sound of how she was kind of talking about it, it may kind of seem like
she's obsessed.
Maybe a new wife and mother. You know, kind of
I'm
like...
a new wife.
I know, I was trying to think.
Well, not new, but new.
I'm a new.
But I've been married before and I never had the attitude.
Yeah, it's just not who I am. I like my girls trips. I love my girlfriends. I love hanging out with them. And my husband, it's not like I have a husband that minds, you know?
Well, you know what one of the differences could be also? If she may have I'm going to call it an old school mindset. I don't believe my mother and her friends ever did that. First of all, I think they didn't have the luxury that we have.
Yeah.
So that is the major difference. We are living in a different class than our parents, right? We all have means that our parents didn't have. And so, because my mother I don't remember my mother ever taking us to the beach. I was not a beach child. But vacation for us was going to South Carolina to see our family. That was vacation. We didn't go to Disney. We didn't go... We did go to amusement parks. But again, those were our vacations. In my first marriage, when my husband was in the Marines, vacation for us was going home. His home, because we were living here. So whenever he took off, we were going to Cincinnati, right? So that, we never thought about, it was at the end of our marriage that we realized that we can go all over the world, anywhere we want to go, and we could travel. And that set me on the traveling path. I bought a timeshare, don't ever buy one. I own it now, so it is. It's funny because they call me and be like, "You want to sell it?" I'm like, no, but I do use it. I used it for my honeymoon. It was that was the greatest benefit I ever got out of that thing. It's like, week or two in Hawaii, everything paid for. Like, I really plugged into all my programs. Like I had a buy one get one free BOGO airline ticket thing with my American Express. So I used that. So we went to Hawaii. We were paying for one person. The whole accommodations were paid for. It was like, again, I think back and I'm like, wow, I could have been doing this a long time ago, but I didn't know any better. Didn't have any desire. But now, like when we come up with the girls trip, it's going places that I haven't been. I'm not that interested in Europe, to be honest. But because the girls are going, that's the only reason why I am going. I would rather go to the Caribbean islands. I would rather go to a place where there's beaches or whatever, walking in the mountains, even though I love seeing that stuff when we do go to those places or whatever. Paris, I was very miserable in Paris because of the weather. But I know a lot of people enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was raining cold when we went.
It was raining and cold. I was like, who signed up for this?
I agree. I go to Europe, and we can change the subject because you brought up a good point. Like, I like the girls' trips to Europe because that's a place that I could never get my husband to go. So I was like, okay, I'll do Europe with the girls or like that. But then, because my husband will only do like the Caribbean.
Right.
So, try and win both.
Now, this is another one before I forget.
Before we close up.
Yep, I just remember it was one about and this is about people in general. On the D.L. Hughley show, they were talking about a lady. They played a tape or video or something of a lady talking about if you find a man, it's about manners. Oh, they're talking about children. If you are very strict parents, they say strict parents produce good liars. You believe that?
I believe that. End of segment. Yes, I think that when you have very strict parents, I think you have this.
You cultivate a culture of them.
A culture of pleasing. And in order to please,
they
you
just
have
say
to
whatever.
lie. Yes.
Or they can't do certain things. They change their clothes when they get to school. They can't be expressive. They can't be who they really are around you.
Yep. So you lie and you suppress. And I think that I would agree with that. But yeah, because I think people who have strict parents are never who they really are, because like I said, they're always trying to please others.
Or they get in trouble for being who they are. They're not allowed to be who they are.
Yeah, so you just lie.
You can't wear that skirt, or you can't wear this, you can't wear that. So you just take it to school.
Or where were you?
Right.
You were at a friend's house, but you say, oh, I was after school, because that's where you're supposed to be. You just never, you never.
So what do you think about that? I think you have to find a balance. Like, I think it's okay to be strict on certain things. And then they were talking about too, like, you got the ones who are not, and then, not to say that is a good or bad thing. I don't know. I think you got to find a balance.
I think what's just so tough about parenting is that you don't go to school for it. Like, you're just kind of like you're winging it. And I think
every kid is different.
And every kid is different. I don't think that I do think that you have to make sure that there's boundaries, there's respect. In life is about rules. So yes. You can look at it.
Because if you don't train them, the world will.
Is it rules or is it strict? I think that is like, hey, you got to be. Some people may say, if my mother tells me I got to be home by 10, p.m. Some people may say that is strict. Other may say, my mother would be like, that's the rule. It's not about me being strict. The rule because this is my house. These are my rules. You got to be home by 10 p.m. or something like that. So it's like, it varies. Or I could lie and be like, oh, I am staying at Tracy's house.
And you really over Joe's house.
Yeah. I want to spend the night over Tracy's house.
My mother didn't play that spending the night
stuff. Watching this. Tracy's house. And I could be up to, because the rule at my house was I had to be home at a certain amount of time. That may not have been the rule at Tracy's house.
See, my mother was so... she wasn't strict, but she definitely had a lot of boundaries and a lot of things. But we weren't allowed to spend a night over certain people's houses. My mother, they had to be like her. She had to know that they had curfews and they whatever. And if you had a bunch of brothers, we were staying the night over your house.
Yeah.
So it was kind of funny because I remember the girls who they have no curfews, no whatever. They can hang out whenever. And I was the child sneaking out the window trying to go to the party.
Yeah, I could never. I was very afraid of my mother.
I was afraid of my mother.
I didn't do any sneaking out, but I didn't do any sneaking out or bad stuff at my house. I'm just going to be very clear. You're a teenager. Like, you do things. Like, you push boundaries. Sometimes I would say, is this worth getting in trouble for? And like, if I did this, is it worth it? And sometimes it was worth it.
I wasn't that smart to think about that.
I would think, is it worth it?
But sometimes I was even that young, I was about principle. I remember one time my mother told me I could go to a party. Mm-hmm. And then her boyfriend came home and he was in a bad mood or whatever. We was all dressed, ready to go. Mm-hmm. And he said, well, where you going? I said, Mom said I can go to the party. My friend's there and everything. He said, no, you can't. And then he went in, whatever, she comes out, like, okay, well, no, you can't go. And I'm like, what? Everybody's standing there.
That's not right.
I said, okay. I was mad, like, because I was rebellious. I was a very rebellious child. So I said, okay. I was mad, boo-hoo, and crying. About an hour later, I show up at the party. They said, "What you doing here?" I went out the window, right? Went out the back door.
Yeah.
I never forget. I said, "Okay, it's time for me to go home." I got, I get there, I go open the door, and my older sister say, I said, because we had a back door, we slept in the basement, so we had a door. Mm-hmm. I said, "Teresa, open the door." She's like, "Mm-mm." I said, "What you mean?" She's like, "Girl, Mama know you gone. You got to come through the front." I said, "What?" She said, "She knows." I said, "Oh, okay." I went on back to the party. I came back. Everybody came, "What you doing?" I said, "I'm already in trouble. I might as well stay to the end." I was dreading. I said, "Oh, I got to go through the front door." She was waiting on me. Mm-hmm. And I just knew I was going to get a whooping and whatever. And
did you?
Yeah, I got a whooping.
I would let you off the hook off that one because I changed the rule.
You would think she would have, but I defied what she said.
She was right. Your mama was right.
No, she wasn't. Right. She was wrong.
She was right to still discipline you because even though she changed the rule, you still disobeyed.
I did. The rules. I did. Yeah. So sometimes I used to think, I did weigh like, okay, if you do this, this is going to happen. All right.
I have to accept the consequences.
And then my mother used to.
Who I am today. I am a person who accepts the consequences of my actions.
Me
because
too.
I've always been that way. Like, hey, this or this. Okay, we having a good time partying. I'm gonna stay. I know when I get home, I'm gonna get my butt beat, but it was a good time.
And then my mother got smart, right? Because then this is what I figured out about a whooping. And young kids don't do this stuff. I figured out, well, y'all think most parents don't whoop like that anymore.
No.
But I figured out, okay, a whooping is going to last. She's probably going to hit me about 5, 6, 7, 8 times, right? With the belt.
Max.
Right? And it's going to hurt. But in about 30, 40 minutes, I'll be over it.
Yeah.
And then my mother realized that she would say, "You want a punishment for a week or you want a whooping?" And I would always say whooping. And then she got smart. And she said, "Okay, this little heifer outsmarted me. She figured she going to take a whooping.
Get it over
with. But what would kill me is when she said I had to stay in that house for a week. I'd be at the door.
Everybody else outside.
And that was the hardest.
Yeah, especially in the summertime. That was so hard. Winter.
And we never had much control over our TV because we didn't have TVs in our room or anything. It was funny because Tom was like, "You didn't have a TV in your room?" I'm like, "No, we did not. We had a TV in the living room." And you could be watching something, but if my mom or her boyfriend or whatever came home and wanted to watch, if he wanted to watch baseball, whatever, he would just turn it, right? And we all be like, I said, so I never got caught up on TV. TV was my thing. We watched cartoons Saturday morning, and while they were still asleep, once they woke up, we knew we weren't going to have control of the TV anymore. Yeah. So I was like, it was no big deal for me. So I've never, I don't know. It's funny, but yeah. But anyway, that was it. I just thought that was funny. Like, do we really create liars? And all the people who was calling in was like, yes, because you learn how to get out of trouble.
Yeah, you learn how to finagle your way through things.
Yes.
All right. Well, any other topics before we go? Any other hot topics?
I don't know. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
This was nice. It was nice getting caught up.
Yeah.
And we just want to thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And just question, were you sneaky? Did you lie?
Yeah. Give us some questions and we will respond to them in our next episode.
Yeah, please write some stuff in the comments. I would love to know. Do you go on girls' trips? Do you not? What do you think about Cardi B and her love life and her situation? We would love about it in the comments.
Baby mama drama.
Baby mama drama, always. Nick Cannon, what are your thoughts on Nick? Let us know your thoughts on Nick since we can't figure him out. You let us know. So thank you, and we will see you in the next one. And please stay seasoned and unbothered. Bye.